Hello, this is David Broad. Welcome to this week's Tuesday Cruise Day. Please join me in welcoming our special guest today for you to have the opportunity to learn all about Norwegian Cruise Line. Hello, Helen Green.
Hello, hi everybody.
So Helen joins us from Norwegian Cruise Line, and we're going to talk about what's going on with Norwegian Cruise Line.
We're going to have a chinwag.
We're going to have a little talk and tell all these wonderful people on how they can get the most for their money. Really?
Oh, that's definitely something that everyone needs to know at the moment, doesn't it?
Yes, they do, with the cost of living and everything else on the rise. But no, welcome. Thank you for making your way to us here in sunny old Birmingham.
Okay.
Nice to have her here. So, Helen, Norwegian Cruise Line, you're almost all back up and running. Yeah. What have you got any more ships to come into the fleet?
So, we have 18 ships in the fleet. So we actually have, as you can imagine, ships based all over the world. And we have our last 2 ships returning to service in the next 2 weeks, which has been a massive feat in its own right, because you can imagine we didn't cruise for over 500 days at NCL through COVID. So we had to send crew home. We obviously had ships based in other parts of the world. So it's been a massive plan getting the ships all back onto schedule and back as well, getting all the crew back as well, because we love our crew and we've supported them coming back as well to work with us. And the last 2 ships coming back, so that is very exciting. Exciting,
but it's not just bringing the ships back. There's all these health protocols as well that you've got to contend with.
Yeah.
Not an easy job at all.
No,
so.
and obviously what goes with that as well, it's not just the laws here in the UK or the US.
No.
If we're in Europe, it's, particularly ports in, say, Italy, what their regulations are versus the ports in Spain, versus the ports in Australia that's opening back up, versus Asia. It's a massive, massive task.
A logistical nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people been working on it, but it's just so great to have the ships back in the water. And I was lucky enough to do a couple of ships last year when they first came back to service, and the atmosphere on board, all the crew have just been so pleased to return and get guests on board and return to some sort of normality. And it's just great to see, and you're seeing a lot more. I don't know if everybody else is seeing this, but you're seeing a lot more people going away now.
Yes.
Taking photos on social, sharing that they've been to an airport or they're going on a flight somewhere, which is great.
It's wonderful to see the world going round again. I think everybody's had enough of what's happened.
Yeah.
It's still about, isn't it? But I think we're coping and managing it a lot better.
Yeah. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to go away and have a bit of sunshine and go to the beach and enjoy fantastic ports of call with lots of different culture? And you can do that on a cruise.
You can indeed. I mean, I was brought up here in Birmingham. We missed the beaches.
Yeah.
We missed our holidays. So sad.
Poor you.
Oh, no.
Don't fall for it.
So Norwegian Cruise Line, you've got an exciting year coming up.
Yes.
Tell us what's happening.
Wow. Well, we've been talking about this for quite a few years now, but we are having our very first Prima class ship join us in August. So actually, this behind me, we've got the Prima. So a fun fact: Prima in Italian means first, and it is the first of our Prima class.
Wow.
I know.
How long did it take you to come up with that?
It wasn't me personally, but I think it's very fitting for the ship, because there's a lot of firsts happening on Prima that we haven't had in the NCL fleet. So this is going to be a real sort of evolution for our brand, some new things that guests have never seen on board NCL before. So I'll name a couple of them, but we can't talk about absolutely everything.
No, we can't.
So I'm going to cherry pick a couple of things, my personal favourites. So I'm going to start with the infinity pools.
Okay. Oh, we might be able to show people.
Oh, that would be
would you
great.
like to see the infinity pools? Yeah, go on then. I think we've got them on the screen.
So,
yeah.
we've never featured infinity pools before with NCL. So we have actually 2 infinity pools either side of the ship. And the image that you should be seeing there is the infinity pool actually in the haven, which is our suites right after the ship. And you can see the amazing views. Imagine being in that infinity pool with the ship sailing on the wake of the ship. Just be absolutely heaven. So that's the first that we've got.
Okay. I'm excited to hear all these.
So much. We've got some fantastic entertainment and activities on board.
Yes.
And I'll start by talking about our racetrack. So if you didn't know, on our Breakaway Plus ships...
we might have a picture of this.
Let's share the picture.
Let's have a look at the picture.
We have got our go-karts,
yes.
which actually go quite a nippy 32 miles an hour, these go-karts. And we have them on Breakaway Plus, and it's going to be featured on Prima, but we're going to a 3-storey racetrack.
Now, these would be an absolutely perfect way to get rid of your husband for an hour or so and go to the spa, ladies.
Well, yeah. Or the other way round, if you so wish.
Absolutely.
Or my 12-year-old son, all he wants to know is, Mum, does that ship have a racetrack?
Fantastic.
We've also got some new water park slides there on board Prima. We've got a dry slide, which is the biggest dry slide at sea, which is on one side of the ship. And entertainment. We are absolutely famous for our entertainment on board NCL.
There is something very big coming on this ship.
Yes. So we always have our West End sort of type musicals on board. We've got Kinky Boots, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Six the Musical, which is sort of brand new really. It's just toured the UK. So if you haven't seen Six, you can actually see it on board NCL. But new for Prima, we're going to have Donna Summer the Musical.
How amazing is that?
And this is literally coming to the West End this summer. So if you're a guest on Prima, you'll be one of the first people to see it.
Wow, wow, wow. So there you go. That is a fantastic reason to get yourselves onto the Prima. And if you've got a family, if you've got all your children, well, it's launching August sort of time.
August,
you have some fantastic things on board. My son,
and that's just a snippet because
that
we've got
is absolutely
amazing dining on board as well.
Up to 23 dining options.
Yeah.
Yeah. My boy would be all over that racetrack. I can guarantee that would be absolutely lovely. So Norwegian Cruise Line is, it's pretty. People know maybe or they may not about all these fantastic dining options you have, and like we've just mentioned, you got up to 23 dining options on board, which is pretty special.
Yeah.
And we can talk all day about food and get really, really hungry.
Yeah, it would make me hungry.
But there are fantastic opportunities. Now, you have free at sea for the customer. Now, if there's anybody out there that doesn't know what free at sea is, we're going to give you a little sample about what they can.
I can give you a quick overview.
Of what that is, and it's just really, it's just fantastic value for money, isn't it?
It's a way of you out there, customers, really sort of making their cruise all inclusive.
Yes.
It's an upgrade that they can do. It doesn't matter if you book an inside or a balcony. It doesn't matter if you're going for a week or 2 weeks. You can always add on what we call a free at sea upgrade with NCL. Yeah. And I'm going to talk about the value add because it's absolutely massive the amount of money this would save you on board.
Yes, certainly
so there is an
really
upgrade price, and at this moment in time the upgrade price is £99 per person. Now that's based on a 7-night cruise. So it's £199 will that person for the whole week. And there's 5 key things that are included in that. The first one, my favourite, open bar. Now what's included in the open bar is it's branded spirits, cocktails, soft drinks, wines, beers, mocktails, and basically it's unlimited. And I've done the maths on this. If you had 2 cocktails a day, it would actually mean that you're in credit in terms of how much it costs a day.
It really is. It's a no-brainer because it doesn't always have to be about the alcohol either. You've got your soft drinks, your mocktails, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Coffees and
teas and coffees.
Yeah, all of those sort of things. So it really is.
I mean, to buy that package on board,
Great
it would cost you $99 per person per day. So to get it in the £99 that lasts you a week is amazing value. And I'm going to talk about a couple of the other ones as well, but my favourite by far is the open bar. We'll talk about speciality dining. So you get a speciality dining package included. And you talked about those 23 dining options. You can actually choose speciality dining on board, which is normally a cost involved, but you get that included.
Yeah.
And some of the restaurants I'll just quickly mention, you've got teppanyaki, which is, if you've ever been to a teppanyaki before, it's like a show. They cook the food in front of you and you can have real sort of fun in there. You've got the bistro, which is our French cuisine, lobster bisque, French onion soup. You've got the Brazilian steakhouse, you've got Cagney's, literally the best steak at sea. They do a massive 32-ounce porterhouse steak in there, David, which is
We should not do this show at lunchtime, I can tell you.
Starving.
We should not do this. But you're talking about all these. I think I spoke about this one earlier. The Brazilian steakhouse is my favourite.
Red and green card.
Yes.
And if your card is on green, they will just keep bringing over all the different cuts of meat for you.
Trolley
You've got to
comes round.
remember to turn it over to red, otherwise you'll be very, very
You've
full.
got to remember to eat something other than the meat. That's that's the problem. It's so
There's some
beautiful.
great dining options on board, and that free at sea means you can experience the speciality dining. But there's more. You also get Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So you get 150 minutes Wi-Fi per person in the cabin.
Great for the kids.
Yeah, and overall bragging rights.
Yes, definitely.
Because who doesn't want to see you sipping a Prosecco by the pool when you're on holiday?
Stop talking about this at lunchtime.
We've also got shore excursion credit.
Yes.
So going to all these fantastic ports of call, we actually give you $50 shore excursion credit to put towards a trip where you can go and see the sights, look at some local culture. That's really great value, especially because at NCL we are famous for sort of the fly cruise element of it. So you're flying directly out to the ports of call, less days at sea. So more time in those ports of call. So for instance, on Norwegian Epic, doing a 7-night itinerary this year, it's a port every single day. No sea day at all. So it's really making the most of all of those amazing ports of call, which you can do with that credit. And last but not least...
This is my favourite, I do think.
Is it?
It is. It is.
It's our
really
friends
good.
and family offer.
Yes.
So I think this should be renamed, really. I like to say it's third and fourth, just pay taxes, is the way I can explain it.
It's probably one of the bigger value added, really, but it's not shouted about enough.
No. So we have selected sailings throughout the whole year, where a third and a fourth guest, if they're sharing the same stateroom, will just pay taxes. Now that's as little as £79. So you could have a week and the third and the fourth person would just pay £79, which is amazing value for money. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's for families. No. It works very well for families, 2 adults and 2 children, but it could be 4 adults travelling together. But they can really make the most of that saving. And you might be thinking, yeah, but there's none included in the school holidays.
Oh,
and there is. I found an absolute fantastic deal on Norwegian Gem.
Yeah.
14th of August, so peak school holiday date, including flights from Gatwick, including the transfers. For a family of 4, that worked out $2,599.
And that's obviously including the free at sea as well. Amazing prices. Amazing prices.
For peak school holiday date. So don't forget that we've got that great deal, and the offer that we've got at the moment, you get all of those benefits when you upgrade to free at sea, and it's always switched on. It's always there in the background.
So
you can add
because
it
normally when it's not always switched on, then you pick 2.
Yes, so the offer at the moment is the take all.
Yeah.
The standard offer is you just pick 2. So the most popular offers normally that people go for in the UK are the open bar and the speciality dining. And I would say that that's my personal choice as well. But I think that's where the most value, people see the most value.
Yeah.
But I did want to mention that the free at sea actually is, the price is going to be slightly changing in the next few days. So if you're out there at the moment and you've got a holiday quote, you're thinking about getting something booked, you're thinking about adding on free at sea to your cruise, make sure you do it by the 29th of April, because on the 30th, we're going to have a slight price increase on the free at sea.
Yes.
Now, I will say it's still exceptional value for money.
It really is.
So at the moment, the price is £99 per person upgrade based on a 7-night cruise.
Yep.
And it's going to be from the 30th of April, £149 based on the 7 nights. So it's an increase of £50. But as I said, you still get all of those things included. And less than £20 a day is basically what you're paying to receive all of those benefits.
It's not what you pay to get on a cruise ship, it's what you pay to get off.
Oh, very true. That is good.
Absolutely.
And, you know, no one's going to be surprised by a nasty bar bill if they get the free at sea.
So it's all there included. There's no surprises.
If you're sitting there by the pool, you finished your cocktail, why not have another?
Absolutely. So there you go. You need to go and get your Norwegian Cruise Line booked for August. Take the family before the 29th of April.
You need to book it, book it and take advantage of that slight cheaper pricing. But as I said, still from the 30th you can add it on and it's still exceptional value for money. If you do want a longer cruise,
it goes relative to the duration of the ship.
Slightly more expensive. So one of our top sellers at the moment, which I'm talk about in a second, is Escape, which is a 10-night itinerary, and that is $199. So a 9 to 11 night cruise is $199 per person, and anything longer than that, so 12 to 14 nights, is $249. $249. So as I said, it's still exceptional value.
And all you have to do to book any of these fantastic voyages from Norwegian Cruise Line, to take advantage of all of these offers, is just go and visit your local travel agent. They will be able to help you. There's a lot of people out there in the high street that are available to answer your questions as well. So you gave a great price for that particular voyage, but you have got a voyage which is quite unbelievable. I know it's a bit, I wouldn't say last minute, it's coming up soon.
Yes.
It's coming up 21st of May. So it does go across, it's 10 nights, it goes across into the school holidays as well. Yeah? Tell us what that ship is.
I will. It's fantastic value for money again. There's some really, really good prices with Norwegian Cruise Line at the moment for this summer. Our most popular sailing, as I said, is on Norwegian Escape, which is that longer 10-night itinerary. It's actually going from Rome. It includes the iconic ports of call in Greece. So my personal favourites, Mykonos and Santorini, which are real wow destinations. But it also visits the likes of Corfu, Malta, the very glamorous Cannes. So it's a really beautiful itinerary. A couple of prices here, as David mentioned, it's the 21st of May. A cruise only price. So if you just wanted to buy the cruise, £596
for
per
10
person
nights.
For 10 nights.
Oh, wow.
And don't forget, you can add the free at sea onto that as well. So you can add that on and obviously make it an all-inclusive with all of the options at the moment. If you wanted to do a fly cruise, you can pick up some flights from Gatwick.
Yep.
That would then include all your transfers, so it's a whole package. Again, you can add on free at sea if you wanted to, but the fly cruise package is $775 for 10
remarkable
nights.
value. Remarkable value.
And get that guaranteed sunshine.
Oh, we could all do with a bit of guaranteed sunshine. He says, apparently I've got a tan. I don't know, is it just the lighting in here?
I hope so. I hope I look brown. I'm definitely not.
So ladies and gentlemen, but you can go to your local travel agent if you're up in the north, if you're in the Scottish way, or any further north than Birmingham. It's really far north. Then your local travel agent will be able to find those packages.
Yeah, and if you do want to go somewhere a little bit further afield as well, go and ask your travel agent, because we've got, with the 18 ships that we've got in the fleet,
you cover everywhere.
We do cover everywhere. We've got some fantastic itineraries to Asia, Australia and New Zealand. We have a ship based in Honolulu, so an amazing itinerary with Hawaii. We've got South Africa. We literally cover all over the world. So if you do looking for something a little bit further afield, a little bit of a more exotic destination, you can still book NCL. You can still take advantage of the free at sea.
Yeah.
But we have got some great prices for Europe.
Fantastic. It sounds amazing, Helen, and I do wish yourself and Norwegian Cruise Line all the very best for this year with the launch of your new ship.
Thank you.
So there is lots to look forward to, and I'm sure you're going to come on and tell us more about the ship once it's launched.
Yeah, so it's launching in August. It's actually being christened by Katy Perry.
Katy
Amazing. And she's a real advocate for cruising. She loves cruising herself. And she's going to be great for the NCL brand. So she's launching Prima in August, and then we'll have her sister ship, Viva, launching in June 23. So that will be the start of our Prima class.
And a new ship then every year thereafter?
Yes, a new ship every year for 6 years. So I'm going to be very busy.
A very busy time for you, Helen.
These ships are going to be a real wow, and as I said, a real elevation for the NCL brand. So I'm excited to see what past customers of NCL really think about it. But hopefully, some people that have never heard about NCL will hopefully look at these ships and go, yeah, do you know what? That sounds exactly what I'm looking for.
Fantastic. Well, we hope you get your next voyage booked with Norwegian Cruise Line, and their ships has something for everybody. Okay, so don't forget that. Visit your local travel agent and they will be able to help you. Helen, thank you so much for joining me on the show today, and we wish you all the very best. Take care. We'll see you soon.